morning, everyone. I hope everybody's doing wonderful on this Sunday. I've never done this before, but I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to do my predictions for the year. I'm going to cover a few things like weather, politics, world, all kinds of stuff. But I'm going to also do it with my deck of cards here, with my doggy here, with my tarot cards, and see what we come up with. I'm going to lay it out month by month. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And we're going to see how it goes. All right. So the first up is weather. I'm going to do United States weather. And here we go. I know I'm doing this old school. Right. Oops. Learn how to shuffle, Sheila. Where you just see my hands. I know all of my subscribers who have been with me for quite some time remember the old days. But here we go. Weather for the United States. Predictions for 2022. All right, here we go. Here is January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December. Okay, so what we have here is the King of Cups. It looks like we're going to have a little bit of wisdom, a little bit of calmness before we go into, which would be February. February looks like we're going to have teamwork. Like there are going to be a lot of things in there according to weather. We're going to get together. We have to have teamwork. We're going to have rescuers. We're going to have, all kinds of stuff for the weather in the United States. So this tells me a lot that they're going to get some snowstorms, and we're all going to have to come together and help each other, help our neighbors to get through things, and there're going to be some planning on how to get through it. Now it looks like March is going to be a little bit of a rest, so we're going to get a little bit of a rest right in through here. So March is going to be another calm month for that. However, April is sunny. April is supposed to be showers, April showers bring May flowers, but it doesn't look like we're going to get the rain that we should have. We're going to get mostly sun. So I'm thinking we're going to go into a little bit of a deficit of rain when we get into May, where we're supposed to be able to plant our flowers. Now it looks like May is absolute chaos. Now this could be the weather with the tornadoes, it could be with hailstorms, it could be with flooding, all kinds of stuff. But definitely May is going to be an awful month here for the United States due to weather conditions. Now we also have May, then we have June. June's going to be a little bit of temperance. This is going to be moderate. We're going to get some sort of feeling of summer back, so it's going to feel really good. June is going to be feeling really good. But we also have right here, July. July is, for some reason, we have the death card, but it's inverted, which inverted is stagnation. And it's also immobile. So this may be hot. This may be like the hottest out of the whole year. And it's going to be stagnation, meaning that people are dying from heat exhaustion, the excessive heat that's going on in the United States. We're going to start noticing a lot of that. We also have an inverted card for August. August is aggressive and deceit and self-doubt. I think that in August and also in July and August are going to be our worst month. And we also have the burden of that as well, which is all three of these are inverted, which tells me these are going to be the 3 worst months for the weather in the United States. This right here is like envy, impossible, carelessness. We're going to start realizing how our weather is changing, and then the regret that is coming. This is the reason why we're here in September. Right here is the weather for, let's see, we have July, August, September, October. October is moving, the problems, transitioning, moving beyond it. So we're moving beyond summer. We're going to get out of that. So we're feeling like we can recover a little. We can move beyond all of the heat and the exhaustion. However, we also have, let's see, sorry guys, August or July or June, July, August, September, October, November. We're going to be battling. We're going to be battling challenges, the struggle, the adventure, the upcoming defense of something. So we're going to be battling a lot more weather in November. And of course, we have the Queen of the King of Pentacles for December, continue to solve issues. So also November is going to be a little bit of chaotic for weather, according to my cards in the United States, where we're going to be battling either snowstorms or the opposite. We're going to still be battling like tornadoes and things of that nature. But this is the layout for the whole United States in a year for weather. So, all right, let's do another one. Let's do politics. Let's do politics in the United States. I should label it, all of them. I should label it all on my thing here. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to get a little thingamajigger where I put a little, I'm going to get it where it has all of the months on there. We're going to do it that way. Just won't happen now. All right, let's do politics. The whole year in politics for the United States. Okay, here we go. One more cut and politics. January, February, March, April, May, and June. It's unfortunate. We have a lot of inverted. Now, just full disclosure, I always put all of my cards upright before I shuffle them. So whatever way they come out is the way they come out. Politics, justice. Well, that's pretty good. Okay, so as we all know, cups are the Democrats and the pentacles are the Republicans. I don't see very many Republicans in this spread. So that's interesting. Visionary, politics, selfishness, conflict, aggression, argument, fear, and failure. So January, I think this has a lot to do with politics in the January 6th commission, where they're still talking about how close we came to an overthrow of the government, and they're still sifting through all of the chaos, all of the lies, the deceit, all of that is going on. So this is probably January 6th. So then we move into the loss and the prestige. So this is disloyal. I really believe that January 6th, we're going to get, and February is going to be impactful of information. Incredibly impactful for information. And then our world, the failure of our democracy, or our failure, like the show, we're going to realize how many problems we really do have in March. So we have January, February, March. So January, February, March has a lot to do with the January 6th commission, I do believe, because it talks about, you know, the failures. That's what we're going to do. So we also have April. April is a really good success, lies ahead. So whatever this comes out is, we're going to be very happy with it. We're going to feel like we've gotten some success. We feel like we got some answers. We feel like we're heading in the right direction, because here we have the politics here, listening to your inner voice and making your choices. Now, this is really nice going into the moon, because the moon is inverted. The moon is inverted and it talks about truth. So that means whatever our inner thinking, what our inner problems were, it's been reversed because of this right here at the beginning of this of this year. The report, the information, the knowledge, everything that's coming out, it's come to sun, it's come, we have to make decisions, and then our inner fears and stuff like that has been inverted. Huge, huge up here, guys. That's huge for that. We also have right here, we have going into, so this is June, this is July. So going into July, we also have carelessness. So July must be the fallout of all of this and people changing their minds and realizing what happened, because it's usually the burden on the other side, but it's reversed. So it says carelessness right here. So I don't know what the star and the carelessness, maybe the carelessness of maybe the carelessness of wanting what they wanted. Okay, I'm just getting some information now. So the carelessness of like following a king, carelessness of wanting the star, carelessness of what we have been doing in the United States. I think this is where we realize the carelessness that we have been doing. We have to get vigilant. We have to fight. We have to vote. We have to realize that if we do not participate in our country will be taken over by tyrants, and we don't want that. This is the reverse burden. Like, we are now learning how to take responsibility for our own actions in the United States, and that we definitely have a voice, and we need to use it, because we become the opportunity and the faith and the renewal with the star as well. Renewal, the healing, the rejuvenation. So I think this might also have to do with that. And a second on top of that is that things get put together, things in our Senate, things in legislation gets passed, information gets passed. We also have here the progress. So this is really good. So we have, after the fallout of this, we have the next couple of months where they're working on it and getting stuff done. We also have here fickle. This is probably the show. This is probably where the manipulation, the untrue. This is where it shows up, where we know where it's coming from. We know, we acknowledge it. The idol, maybe this is a few, like maybe this is mansion, maybe this is cinema, maybe this is where because this is the Knight of Cups, maybe this is where we find out where our weakness is in the Democratic Party, because I said cups are democratic. So we also have the Wheel of Fortune, though, and justice. So these are really good outcomes. What we have here, we have July, August, September, October, November, Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune is our election. It's coming up for 2022. And then we have justice, truth and clarity, and cause and effect. Like I said, I don't see, other than right here, I don't see Republicans in this at all for our politics, which is good news. I really think that we're going to purge, and we're going to get to a point where we're going to have use, truth, clarity, cause and effect, fairness and accountability, and the Wheel of Fortune in our elections. Again, I have been saying this all year, that our elections have always felt like they're going to be okay. They felt like they're going to be safe and sound. And here's another evidence of that as well, that we're going to have our elections are going to be secure, and we're going to come out on top. And I do believe this is really about the Democratic Party having the Wheel of Fortune and coming out on top. So that's really good news for the prediction for the 2022 in politics. All right, let's move on. Let's do women's rights. Let's do a Roe v. versus Wade for the next year, see what's going to come up. Okay. Women's rights, women's reproductive rights. Let's do a prediction for that for the next year. Temperance pops right out, seeking balance, creating calmness. Okay, well, that's good to know. All right, let's do women's rights and reproductive rights for the country of the United States. Let's see what we come up with for year for year. The steady, well, like I said, we'll keep on going. We'll get the association. Stinginess, pride, January, February, March, April, May, June. There must be a message in the inverted. Inverted doesn't always mean bad. So just remember that. It just tells more of the story. Wasn't that interesting? Okay, so we have the women's rights. So right here is steady progress and the stinginess. This talks about the steady progress in removing the rights of Roe v. Wade. Right here. Lots more states are getting on board. Lots more. They're going to steady progress. Like it's almost like every month we're going to hear, or every few weeks or whatever it is. We're going to hear about each state, the red states that are dominated by red. They're going to continue on steady progress. Stingy, removing that right. Removing that right. But we also have here debt. So unfairness. So here's where here's where we show up and start fighting back. So January, February, we're watching it, and then March we start fighting back. And here is death, and it's inverted, which is the forced change. So this is them steady progress trying to get it done. This is the fight back. This is also the arrogance and the trenches. So we have this fight back, and then the disorganization about it. So it's going to get nasty. It's going to get really awful. And then of course we have June. We have danger, bad faith, poverty, wanting reward without work. This may be oh, look at that. This, I think, may be the Supreme Court. Bad faith, bad decision, bad faith. And then we have the right here, for better or for worse, defeat, failure, isolation, overthrow. I think this is the decision, people. Or maybe this is their, because I have the Ace of Cups, opening up your heart and receiving emotions around you. So new feelings, new friendship, everything has turned out well. This is either the Republicans thinking that everything turned out well, or we, because it's Ace of Cups, think that the decision came out, that we do get what we want. Maybe this is them deliberating what they want and the fallout of their decision. This is very interesting. It's this is very interesting. So we have the decision, we have either the Republican, if this sways to the Republicans, the Republicans, but we also, it would have come out Ace of Pentacles instead of Ace of Cups. So I maybe their decision is they throw it back to the states, and we're almost okay with it throwing it back to the states, because then all of the Democratic run states get to do what they want to do, because we also have delay and disaster. So it's like, well, you made a decision, now we're going to take up our decisions, because the hope and the kindness because this is inverted, the hope and the kindness. And then we have the delusion. So the outcome is the delusion that they thought that they could possibly restrain us, the delusion that they thought that they could fix it. This is very interesting. I think we're going to watch this one really close, but I'm pretty sure this is the decision of the Supreme Court. I don't think it's going to go the way we think it's going to go, to be honest with you. It's almost like a something at the end. If I'm going to go Democratic, it looks good. If I'm going to go Republican, it looks good. You know what I mean? But the delusion, something happens to where they thought that they could restrain it and it doesn't work. So the delusion that they think that they have control over us is a fallout for them. So, all right. That's Roe v. Wade for the next year. Very interesting reading. Very, very. Okay, let's go to the Biden administration for the next year. Let's see what our president is going to be dealing with for the next year. Presidency, President Biden. I'm going to go with my situational cards. Let's see what situations he's going to have to deal with. Here we go. Our president and his situations. What kind of situations is he going to have to deal with for the next year? Denial. Not facing the truth. Well, that's not good. Access granted. Social media. Fake profile. Ooh. Looks like we're going to get access granted to presidential information. Huh. So January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December. Looks like president is going to have to deal with Trump, the toxicity. Oh, this is good. I went all the way to the end, like December, because I see poison. Biden is going to have to Biden is going to have to deal with toxic behavior, because we have proof and show me that that's the election. Synchronicity, the election, people are syncing up for one side, the thoughts going in, receipts, and then they're going to, the Republicans are going to be pissed off. See? Okay, denial. Maybe this has something to do with the virus, the denial, right? I'm not facing the truth, reasoning. So he may be having to change his mind on that, or some sort of something. I think it's the virus. This is the virus. But this right here, access and granted. So I'm pretty sure that all of the paperwork and stuff like that, access granted to social media and fake profile hiding and things like that, is granted to the January 6th. Alien, it's going to feel really weird. Maybe he has to deal with a border issue, or maybe he has to deal with another country, alien. So somebody outside of the United States, alien. And the wave of emotions and history is going to repeat itself. Wave of emotions, maybe the anger over this, maybe problems, maybe history. But we come out pretty good, where he becomes admired. He becomes the man that we want. He becomes enchanted. We start respecting, you know, he's gonna receive the love of the country and the desire and the nightlife. So whatever happens right here, Biden really shows up to the plate, and we desire him. And the nightlife, meaning that we're having fun again. Things are back to, you know, it's, well, the nightlife is gamble, take a risk, and Vegas, right? The gambling. But whatever he does, the gamble of it, and then the future days and weeks and months. This talks about the risks that he took, the risks that he's taking, projected, you know, the future. He's going to get up there and he's going to talk about how this is how we should proceed. This is what we should be doing. Synchronicity, everybody's on board. The receipts, we did our elections. And then unhealthy behavior in people. Now we know that the poison is the Republican Party. So he has to deal with that in December after we have had the elections, because they're going to be mad. They're really mad. They're really, really mad. They want to take over this country and they can't have it. Okay. That was Biden. All right. So we're already into a very long video. I'm going to stop there. And what I'm going to also do is lay out a question. I want you to take some time to look at the question. I'm going to give it a few minutes and then see if you get what I get. And these are my situational. So my situational cards, I want to do a situation. Let's do Texas. Let's do situational for Texas. See what their game plan is for their state. There's already one inverted. Okay, let's do Texas, the situational for their state. Let's do past, present, future, outcome. Whoa. Past, present, future, and outcome. Cleaning. Okay. So we have, I'm going to let you look at this. Pause it. This right here is journal. You know, sometimes it has glares. This one here is happiness. So we have divine feminine, wish, love affair, and then poison. Denial, journal, happiness, and cleansing, the poison. So how this goes is past, present, future, and then outcome. Past, present, future, outcome that support. They're clarifiers for this row. So we have divine feminine, denial. It's perfect. Denial for the divine feminine, denial for the rights of their women. The wish and the journaling, writing the diary, keeping it, the books, writing their own laws, doing what they want. The love affair, the dirty little secrets, and happiness. They want to keep their state in control of them. And what happens is the poison. It's poisonous. And what they get for an outcome of that is cleansing. So this is the Democratic or the people of Texas cleansing their poison. Cleansing their poison. All right. I hope you got what I got. Thanks, everyone. You guys have a wonderful day.